Hi everyone, and welcome back to OpenTTD with me, Tommy P. Mr. Tommy P has been a busy man, and as we behold the length and breadth of this ever-expanding land, I wanted to take a quick opportunity just to give you a bit of an update on some of the things that I've been doing since the last episode. As always, I've gone in and added one of our lovely station features to the various industries that we've been connecting up in the last few episodes, and obviously ensuring that all the relevant bus services for those connected towns are also set up. It has been a very long time since I've done any sort of balancing and looking at how profitable all of our services are. So I've spent a good few hours looking at all that sort of detail, and I haven't really given any of my famous Tommy P tips in recent months, but the way I've done that this time round, because we do now have just so many different services, so many connections, I've looked at it in a number of ways. One of the ways that I did it was to look at total waiting cargo. That's one way you can look. So an example, Pentbourne Business Park here, you can see it's got a very long red line here for the amount of recyclables that are waiting to be collected here, and you can obviously cycle through this looking at any sort of industry type that you want. One thing you obviously will have seen before, the cargo flow legend. I've been looking at that. It's just an absolute web of cargo and passenger connections. I mainly did this just for passenger, so yeah, really just had a look predominantly at some of the bus services along the way, and what I've also done, I'll just turn that off there, what I also did was to have a quick look at all of our vehicle groups. I literally went through these sort of line by line, and a handy feature that I have mentioned before is, rather than looking at just profitability in the last year, is to actually have a look at lifetime profitability. And that has allowed me to basically get rid of quite a lot of unprofitable services. There are still a few in this train list here, but trains 430 down to 475 here are actually new services that have only recently been added in, so I would expect their lifetime profitability to increase over time. We do have a couple of these recyclables locomotives here which have always made a bit of a loss, but do help to contribute towards the amount of scrap metal being produced down here at Timwood Heights, so that's fine. But yeah, I did that across all of the vehicle types, and as I say, I've removed an awfully large amount of unprofitable services. Again, still a few here in our lorries list, and a few of them are new services. A few of them have always been what I would call loss leaders, but are required to make onward parts of the cargo chain that they're involved in profitable. And yeah, that's really kind of helped boost our overall operating profit. And you can see here, going back probably just over 12 months ago, this sort of peaked at nearly £6 million a quarter, which is pretty decent. So yeah, we are now making just over £18 million profit a year. Again, prior to doing all of this balancing work, removing of unprofitable services, we were probably making around about maybe £16.5 to £17 million a year outside of construction and new vehicle costs. So yeah, good few hours worth of work, but well worth doing. I've added in some additional fishing routes. Down here at Penfing Bridge is one such example, and then this around Plinfingley market also proved to be quite a useful little pool of fishing grounds very close to a fish market here, and some of the existing fishing routes that we had as well. I've also added in some new food services that go to local grocery stores and so forth. As I was doing all of my checks across all the vehicles list, for any of the observant viewers amongst you, way back whenever it was that we set up our bus services here in Flinding Head Cross, I'd actually forgotten to release all of the vehicles from the depot, and Flinding Head Cross local authority was very cross with me, but we've got those all running now. That's working quite nicely across here. Flinding Head Cross now our friends once again. And again, for anyone who's very observant, we set up a soda ash connection from Kent Town Holt down into the glassworks here. The trains were running. However, you will notice and remember, we actually don't have the soda ash mine directly connected here, and the salt that goes here was being transferred from the soda ash mine here via lorry. I had forgotten to add some soda ash lorries to pick up some soda ash from here and drop it here at Kent Town. So that has now been fixed, so I'm pretty happy that I say the good few hours that I've spent off camera looking at all these areas has been well worth it. One thing I did spot, again, whilst we were going through and having a look at all of our services, this new connected oil extractor, where we are getting at the minute a very low amount of sulphur. We had obviously connected up these two coal mines to the oil extractor. Also needs oil sands to put it, well, it does say here produces at maximum rate if any cargo is supplied, but I did have a look at the oil sands, and there is one quite nearby. I'm going to start today by connecting all of that up, and so here's the oil sands here, and here is the station at Chadding Head Woods where the oil extractor is. So nice simple case of probably just a terminus station in here. We'll come across the top of the tunnel and then just connect into this line here, down, nice terminus here, and again a connection which I'll probably make on this side of Pruberg. And we'll plod on with doing that piece of work. Yeah, hopefully this won't take us too long, as I have got quite a lot of other business to attend to. Just looking here, I think we actually we'll just take this probably under Sunborough. We'll bring it up here. Actually, we'll just take that back by 1, just in case we ever need some additional lines going in on that side. Oh, and of course, there's a tunnel here already. Yeah, I actually made that mistake a few episodes ago, and I sat there. I think it was actually around Sinningville, if I recall. And I sat there for a good few minutes, trying to figure out why the hell it wouldn't let me build anything, and that was the reason. There we go. So, a nice little connection in there. We'll get this little fella to come up this way. Depot and signals. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'd reduced that down to 2 if I remembered, for something else I think we'd done in the last episode. Get rid of you there. Get rid of you there. And you're all good. And a path signal there. So we have Sunborough Woods oil sands connected. And all we now need to do is just get our connection up to Chadding Head. And we should be able, actually no, that'll need to come out just a little bit further. Plenty of room here. And then our bridge over to bring it up thusly. And this time a train mineral unloader Actually, no, we'll leave it up at that level. The good folks here will just have to walk up the hill. And Chadding Head Woods. The stops of buffers. And Little Cross. And that should all connect in nicely there. And just finish off all of our signal requirements here. Let's just pop that there. Oh. Okay. Let's go down to Sombra now, and let's have a look at what takes oil sands. It's a pretty decent production here. Yeah. And just get some of these in that we're all too familiar with now. And oil sands. Okay, so not too much of a fall off. So I actually think I'm probably going to go with a monster box here, just because the capacity is a little bit higher. And I always forget what we use with these. I think we're just going to go with the faithful. Okay, oil sands, monster box, and we'll max that out. Yeah, there are actually a few vehicles that I've actually added some additional train length to. There are probably actually a few that I need to take some away from, but that's one thing I didn't do in my many hours of preparation. And I am going to set the groups up here because that alone took me about 45 minutes to an hour last time. So there'll be a new group. Oil sands to oil extractor. It's going to Chadding Head Woods from Sunborough Woods. Okay, that's them done. Yeah, so hopefully that will now see a bit better production of sulfur here. Because yeah, it's been pretty poor and it does drop off as well. Yeah, that's really not great. Yeah, these are losing an absolute fortune. Just gonna see what impacts, if any, this has. Obviously there wasn't any oil sands on that train. Producing lots of oil, just not a lot of sulfur. That is a bit concerning, that one. Just gonna have a quick look and see if there's any more oil sand mines around. Yeah, there are a couple down here. Which are nicely positioned for a transfer station. Yeah, so that feels like that might be quite a good thing for us to have a look at, just to... Yeah, I'm going to do that now. That wasn't in my plan for today. But we do need to do that, I think. And again, this will be fine as a terminus station. I've done that all in the wrong orientation, but this time didn't push the button. And just quickly flatten that out there. Oh, and he's missed. He's missed the target. Easily resolved. Actually, we just bring you down to there. And have you under there. And you coming out there. And you going like that. Not forgetting all of the usual stuff that we need. You down there. And you down there. And then let's get our transfer station set up. I think what we'll do is we'll just join it up down in with the buffer stops here. It's a nice easy fix. 3 each side, and then 3 there, and 3. Oh no, that's a bit silly. And 3 there. You down. You down. Oh. Oh, it's all going wrong. No speed building today, just poor building. Okay. And voila. And little road depot. Let's go in here. And right, so that's that bit done. We now need to get connection that will run up here, and then that can go up there, that'll be fine. So just a connection to come. Oh, notice we're missing a path signal there. That will cause us some problems. So line in there. And yonder, and then for here, I think we just take a line along here. We'll just do a little bit of tunneling, I think, right the way over the other side. Oh, that's not right either. Why have those not gone onto the bridge? There we go, that's better. Okay. And then destroy that. Bring that in there. Have you along there. And then finally passing there. Beautiful. Right. And we will need oil sands, and as we already know, we don't really need really fast vehicles here. Wow, 240 tons. I'm going to go with one of these monstrous things. Oh, and I've missed a little bit of the road there. It'll need that bit of the road. And then go to there. No loading. No. It needs to transfer. I'll just get a couple of those. I've got a feeling these are absolutely ginormous when they get going. Oh no, they're not that bad. And then a clone of one of you. And then this time you just need to go to there. Clone of one of you. Couple, and that should be more than sufficient, I think. And let's go back to our train list here. Where are we? I mean, this is probably more central line than anything. So, oil sands to oil extractor. Going to where have you gone? Where? Oh yeah, you're right up here, aren't you? Channing Headwards. From Frondingville Woods. Lovely. West Coast. So let's clone one of those and delete that. You can go there, and probably going to need maybe 6 of these, I think. 3, 4, 5. We'll go 6. Bit of a distance. Move you into there. Get you off and running. And just check how these are going. Yep, they're making money. Plenty of oil sand here. Just quickly get that group set up as well. Oil sands to oil sands transfer. Let's go to words. Frondingville Valley and Frondingville Pit. So yes, that's those all done and sorted now. And yeah, hopefully that will really help boost production here. I'll keep my eye back on this little fella once all that starts to kick in. So another exciting episode comes to an end. That's right. Moving oil sands to an oil extractor. Hopefully be a little bit more fun next time round. So hope to catch you guys then. Thanks for joining me today. This is Tommy P, signing off.